Hi, I'm Maya Rodriguez. I'm 28, and I just gave my fake friend the biggest lesson of her life. Here's what happened. It's Saturday night, and I'm having a dinner party at my place. I bought nice white plates last month, made chicken with rosemary, and invited 6 of my closest friends. Should have been perfect. But my so-called best friend of 8 years tried to ruin everything and steal my boyfriend right in front of everyone. She thought she was being sneaky, but I was recording every word she said. Let me tell you the whole story. 3 weeks ago, I started noticing something weird about Jessica Chen. We'd been super close since college. We shared clothes, finished each other's sentences, told each other everything. But lately, she was acting different. Different. It started small. When I got promoted at work, she immediately bragged about how her company was probably going to give her an even better job. When I posted a photo of me and my boyfriend Ryan on our weekend trip, she commented, "Cute. Ryan and I were just talking about how much he loves hiking." Ryan and I were talking. Not you and Ryan. That made me feel sick. Then I sent dinner party invites to our friend group. Jessica replied right away saying, "Oh my God, yes. Can't wait to see." Everyone, especially Ryan, with a kiss emoji. That emoji felt like a slap in the face. I'm not normally paranoid, but something felt really wrong. So I started watching her closely. For 2 weeks, the signs got worse and worse. Jessica started dressing up for everything. Full makeup for casual coffee dates, tight dresses for movie nights. And she always sat next to Ryan, laughing too loud at his jokes, touching his arm constantly. Ryan didn't see it. She's just being friendly, he said when I brought it up. That's just how Jessica is. But I knew Jessica. She never touched people like that. Only my boyfriend. The final proof came when we went shopping together. I was trying on this gorgeous green dress for the dinner party. When I came out of the dressing room, Jessica's face dropped for a second. Then she fake smiled and said, "Oh, that's nice. But green might not look good on you. Maybe try something plain instead." I bought the dress anyway. That night, she texted Ryan directly. I saw it on his phone. "Hey, what's Maya planning for Saturday? Want to bring the right wine?" She had my number. She could have asked me. But she texted him. That's when I knew Jessica was planning something bad for Saturday night. I started checking her Instagram like crazy, looking for clues. And I found something. She posted a story at 2 a.m. with photos, but accidentally included a screenshot of her texting someone named M. I could see part of the message. Maya has no idea what's coming tomorrow. By the end of the night, Ryan will see what he's missing. And that was enough proof. My best friend, the person who helped me when I was sick, who helped me move apartments, who I trusted completely, is planning to destroy me in my own home. I felt sick, then angry, then determined. Most people think revenge should be quick and emotional. But the best revenge is calm, smart, and totally destroys the other person. I had 4 days to get ready. First, I called my cousin Marcus, who works with computers. Someone wanted to record audio in their own house for safety. I said, how would they do it? 20 minutes later, I had a shopping list and knew exactly what equipment to buy. Next, I changed the seating plan. Originally, Jessica was going to sit across from Ryan. Now I put her right next to him, exactly where she wanted to be and exactly where my cameras would catch everything. The hardest part was acting normal. For 4 days, I texted Jessica like nothing was wrong. I confirmed dinner details, asked her advice on appetizers, sent happy messages. She did the same, being all sweet while secretly planning to ruin my relationship. She really thought she was so clever. Saturday came with perfect weather. I spent the morning cooking, setting up hidden recording devices, and practicing staying calm in the bathroom mirror. Ryan helped me arrange furniture and put wine in the fridge. "You seem really relaxed today," he said, hugging me from behind while I stirred the rice dish. "Usually you get stressed before parties." "I just have a good feeling about tonight," I said. And I meant it. People started arriving at 7. David and Sophie from work came first with wine and office gossip. Then Alex, Ryan's college friend, showed up with whiskey and funny dating stories. Jessica arrived last at 7:23 p.m. wearing a stunning black dress that definitely didn't come from Target like her usual clothes. Her makeup was perfect, her hair looked professionally done, and she brought a bottle of Ryan's favorite wine. How did she even know what wine he liked? I'd never told her. Maya, darling, she said, air kissing me like we were fancy socialites. Instead of two people who ate pizza in sweatpants last weekend, you look cute. That green really pops. Cute, not beautiful, not stunning, cute. Like calling a grown woman a little kid. Thank you, I said calmly, taking the wine. Ryan will love this. How did you know it was his favorite? Oh, I pay attention, she said, already looking around the room for him. She found Ryan by the kitchen talking to Alex about football. I watched her practically float over and insert herself into their conversation like a knife. Ryan, she said like she hadn't seen him in years instead of last weekend. You look amazing. That shirt brings out your eyes. I focused on the appetizers, trying not to roll my eyes. We sat down for dinner at 8, and Jessica's show began immediately. Maya, this rice dish is interesting, she said, taking a tiny bite. Very ambitious. I probably would have made something simpler for a dinner party, but I admire your confidence. Interesting, ambitious, fake compliments that were actually insults. I think it's delicious, Ryan said, but I saw him frown. Slightly. Jessica's words were making him doubt the food. Oh, it's definitely edible, Jessica continued, patting my hand like I was a child. Maya's always been brave about trying new things. Remember in college when you tried to make that fancy dessert? What a disaster that was. Everyone laughed. Uncomfortably. Sophie looked at me with confusion, but I just smiled and poured more wine. Jessica was just getting started. As dinner continued, she told every embarrassing story I'd ever shared with her. The time I cried over a bad haircut. The job interview that went terrible. The time in college when I thought I couldn't eat dairy, I was wrong. But she was smart. About it, she started every story with Maya. Won't mind me sharing this, or Maya and I always laugh about this. She made it seem like she was being nice, like these were happy memories. To everyone else, it probably looked like normal friend talk. But I could see what she was really doing. She was tearing down my confidence piece by piece, making herself look sophisticated while making me look stupid. By the second course, Jessica focused completely on Ryan. You know, Ryan, I've always thought you're so patient, she said, putting her hand on his arm. Dating someone who's still figuring out life in their late 20s must be hard. Ryan stopped eating. What do you mean? Oh, nothing serious. Jessica laughed but kept her hand on his arm. It's just that Maya's always been scattered. In college, she changed her major every semester, quit hobbies, started things, and never finished them. It takes a special man to deal with that kind of chaos. She made me sound like I had mental problems. I love Maya's adventurous side, Ryan said carefully, but I could see her words affecting him. Jessica knew Ryan's biggest fear was dating someone unreliable, and she was painting me as exactly that. Of course you do, Jessica said sweetly, and I'm sure you help keep her stable. She's lucky to have someone successful like you, though. I bet you sometimes wonder what it would be like to date someone who's more on your level. She left that thought hanging in the air. David cleared his throat awkwardly. Sophie stared at her plate. Alex looked like he wanted to hide under the table. But I just smiled and said, "More chicken, Jess." By dessert time, Jessica had given up being subtle. Maya, honey, she said with fake concern, I've been worried about you. You seem different. Lately, more insecure, you know? Like you're trying really hard to prove something. The table went completely silent. What do you mean? I asked innocently, cutting my chocolate cake. Well, like tonight, Jessica waved her hand around the room. It's this whole fancy dinner party, the expensive dress, the complicated menu. It feels like you're overcompensating. Are you worried about keeping Ryan interested? That question hit like a bomb. Ryan's face turned red. Jessica, I'm just saying, she interrupted, getting louder and more confident. Maya's always tried too hard when she feels threatened. And honey, there's no shame in feeling threatened. Some women are just naturally more effortless, more naturally attractive to men. She leaned toward Ryan as she said it, making her meaning crystal clear. I mean, look at this dress, she laughed, pointing at my green outfit. It's trying so hard to be fancy, but it just looks desperate, like she's pretending to be someone she's not. Sophie gasped out loud. David's mouth fell open. Alex gripped his drink so hard I thought the glass might break. And Ryan stared at Jessica like he was seeing her for the first time, but me, I was perfectly calm. It's because this was exactly what I'd been waiting for. I stood up slowly and walked to the side table where I'd put my laptop earlier, like I was going to show vacation photos after dinner. That's interesting, Jess, I said, my voice steady as stone. Really interesting. Can you say that part about me being desperate again? I want to make sure I heard you right. Jessica's confident smile started to crack. Maya, I didn't mean no. No, please, I said, opening my laptop. Say it again. The part about my dress, about me trying too hard, about me feeling threatened by women who are naturally more attractive to men. Jessica's face started turning white. Actually, I continued, clicking some buttons. Why don't we all listen to what you really think about me? Because I have a really interesting recording from 3 weeks ago. I pressed play, and Jessica's voice filled the room. Not this sweet, worried voice she'd been using all night, but her real voice, talking to her friend Emma on the phone. Recorded it during girls' night at my apartment when she went outside to take a work call. I'm telling you, Maya has no idea what's coming. Ryan is way too good for her, and by Saturday night, he's going to see it. I've been working on this for weeks. Little comments about her flaws, innocent touches, showing him what a real woman looks like. The recording kept going. She's so pathetic, you know? Still acting like we're in college, thinking she can just be quirky and fun forever. But men want sophistication, ambition, beauty, and let's be honest, I have all three. Ryan's been texting me back faster than he texts her. It's only a matter of time. I'm going to destroy her confidence tomorrow night, right in front of everyone. Make her look immature, desperate, clingy. Everything men hate. And then I'll be there to comfort poor Ryan when he realizes what a huge mistake he's been making. The room was dead silent. Jessica's face had gone from white to green. Maya, I can explain. Oh, there's more, I said cheerfully, skipping to another part. This is my favorite part. The best part is, she actually thinks I care about her. She has no idea I've been planning this for months. Ever since I saw Ryan at her birthday party and realized what she'd been hiding from me. The successful, gorgeous man who's way too good for someone like her. She doesn't deserve him. She doesn't deserve any of the good things in her life. I closed the laptop and looked around at everyone's shocked faces. So I said, still perfectly calm. When you say I'm overcompensating and trying too hard, you mean I'm reacting normally to my best friend spending months trying to sabotage my relationship and destroy my confidence? Jessica, completely lost. You recorded me? She whispered, shaking. That's illegal. You can't do that. Actually, I can, I said, sitting back down and sipping my wine. This is my house, and I can record conversations here. Thanks for the legal advice. Ryan stared at Jessica like she'd grown two heads. You've been planning this for months. What is wrong with you? Ryan, please? Jessica's voice got higher and more desperate. You don't understand. Maya isn't right for you. She's immature. She's sitting right here, David said coldly. And she just proved you're a lying, manipulative snake. You know what's really pathetic? Sophie added, her voice sharp with disgust. Pretending to be someone's friend while trying to destroy their life. That's not competition, Jessica. Sick. Jessica's perfect makeup started running as tears formed in her eyes. But they weren't sorry tears. They were angry tears because she got caught. It's crazy, she snapped, standing up so fast her chair scraped the floor. You're all acting like I did something terrible. I just told the truth. About Maya, the truth. Alex laughed bitterly. Lady, I've known Maya for 3 years, and everything you said tonight was either a lie or completely twisted. That dessert story. Maya made an amazing one for Ryan's birthday last year. We all ate it. Ryan nodded slowly, understanding. And that hiking thing. Maya is the one who got me into hiking. It's been our thing since our second date. Jessica's face went through anger, embarrassment, denial, and finally, desperate scheming. I could practically see her trying to figure out how to make herself the victim. I was trying to protect you, Ryan, she said with a begging voice. Maya's been saying terrible things about you behind your back. Stop, I said quietly, and something in my voice made everyone freeze. Just stop. I stood up again, and this time I let all my hurt and anger show. 8 years, Jessica. 8 years of friendship, and this is who you really are. Someone who would try to destroy their closest friend because you're jealous. I'm not jealous of you, she spat, her fake mask finally falling off completely. Look at you, Maya. Look at your life. You have an okay job, you rent your apartment, you shop at Target. I have a corner office, a BMW, designer clothes. Why would I be jealous? Because I'm happy, I said simply. Because I have real relationships with people who actually care about me. 'Cause when I look in the mirror, I don't see someone who needs to hurt others to feel good. The room was so quiet you could hear the candles burning. But most importantly, I continued, Ryan chose me. Not because he had no other options, but because he genuinely loves who I am. And you can never take that away, no matter how hard. You try? Jessica finally broke down completely. This is stupid, she said, grabbing her purse. You're all crazy if you think Maya is anything special. Ryan, when you get tired of dating a child, call me. She started walking to the door, but Ryan's voice stopped her. Jessica, he said, standing up slowly, never contact me again. Don't text me. Don't call me. Don't even look at me if you see me in public. What you did tonight, what you've been doing for months is sick. And don't come to any more group events, Sophie added. We're done with you. Jessica's face crumpled, but she lifted her chin one last time. Fine. You'll all regret this when you realize what you've lost. The only thing I lost, I said as she reached the door, was dead weight I should have gotten rid of years ago. The door slammed behind Jessica. For a moment, nobody moved. Then Alex started laughing, not mean laughing, but the kind of shocked laughter you get after seeing something completely insane. Did that really just happen? He asked. Did we just watch an 8-year friendship explode over dinner? Good dinner, though, David said, which made Sophie laugh too. Ryan walked over. To me, looking serious, Maya. I'm so sorry. Had no idea she was doing this. I know, I said, touching his face. She was counting on that. People like her are good at hiding what they're really doing. How long have you known? Sophie asked, pouring more wine with shaky hands. Suspected for weeks. Knew for sure. 3 days ago, I admitted. I've been planning this since Tuesday. You set a trap, Alex said with admiration. You actually trapped her? I gave her enough rope to hang herself, I corrected. Everything she said tonight, she chose to say. I just made sure there were witnesses. Ryan pulled me into his arms and held me tight. I love you, he whispered. I love that you're spontaneous and adventurous and shop at Target and make elaborate dinner parties. I love that you trust people and give second chances, even when they don't deserve it. Especially when they don't deserve it. Sophie added, We actually saved the rest of the evening. Once the shock wore off, it became one of those nights where going through something crazy together makes you closer. David and Sophie helped me clear Jessica's place setting like we were erasing her from the story. Alex made us laugh by dramatically copying Jessica's facial expressions. Ryan kept his arm around me all night. When everyone was leaving around midnight, Sophie pulled me aside. "I need you to know," she said seriously. "Some of us thought something was weird about Jessica. But we didn't know how to say it without sounding catty." "What do you mean?" "The way she talked about you when you weren't there," Sophie explained. "Never anything obviously mean, but always little digs. It's like Maya's so lucky Ryan puts up with how scattered she is, or I worry Maya doesn't appreciate what she has. Stuff like that." It turns out Jessica had been slowly poisoning my friendships for months while pretending to be innocent. If I hadn't caught her red-handed, she might have succeeded in turning everyone against me. It's been 3 weeks since what our friend group now calls the dinner party incident. Jessica tried reaching out once with a long text about how sorry she was and how she was going through a hard time and hoped we could work things out. I never answered. Ryan and I are stronger than ever. Apparently, watching your girlfriend calmly destroy a manipulative person is pretty attractive. I've been more turned on by someone serving dinner, he told me the next morning, which made me laugh until I cried. Our friend group has gotten closer, bonded by seeing someone's true nature get exposed in real time. We have a group chat called Dinner Survivors, which probably sounds crazy to outsiders. But the best part? I feel completely free. 4 months. I'd been doubting myself, wondering why I felt anxious around my best friend, questioning whether I was imagining things. Finding out I was right, that my gut instincts were perfect, felt incredibly good. I also learned something important about myself. I'm much stronger and smarter than I thought. The old Maya might have confronted Jessica privately, gotten manipulated, and spent years wondering if I'd imagined everything. But I documented it all, set the perfect trap, and let Jessica destroy herself with her own words. Look, I'm not saying everyone should secretly record their friends, but I am saying this. Trust your gut. When someone consistently makes you feel bad about yourself while claiming to care about you, that's not friendship. That's manipulation. Real friends celebrate your wins without trying to one-up you. They don't collect your insecurities to use as weapons later. They don't spend months plotting to steal your boyfriend while pretending to care about you. Here's the thing about manipulative people. They're usually so sure they're smarter than everyone else that they get sloppy. Jessica really believed I was too naive, too trusting, too scattered to figure out her plan. She completely underestimated me. That was her first mistake. Her second mistake was thinking she could humiliate me in my own home, in front of people who actually care about me, and walk away winning. But her biggest mistake? She forgot that the best revenge isn't getting even. It's letting someone destroy themselves with their own actions while you watch from a safe distance, wearing a gorgeous green dress and serving perfectly cooked dinner. Last week, I got a text from our college friend Emma. Yes, the same Emma from Jessica's recording. Apparently, Jessica tried the same thing with another friend group. She targeted another woman's boyfriend thinking she was beneath her, but this time they were ready for her. Turns out, when you build a reputation as someone who steals boyfriends and sabotages friends, word gets around fast. Jessica is finding herself more and more alone, burning bridges faster than she can build new ones. Meanwhile, I'm planning another dinner party next month. Same green dress, same perfectly cooked food, same wonderful friends. And this time, I won't need any traps. Because the people around my table actually want to be there, actually care about each other, and actually deserve the effort I put into making them feel loved. That's the real victory. Not the dramatic exposure or public humiliation, but realizing I'm surrounded by genuine people who would never dream of betraying me like Jessica did. Sometimes the trash takes itself out. You just have to be patient, enough to let it happen. To anyone dealing with a friend like Jessica, document everything. Trust your gut. And remember, you deserve people who build you up instead of tearing you down. Life's too short for fake friendship. And if someone tries to humiliate you in your own home, make sure you're recording. You never know when you'll need proof of someone's true character.